What's good, people? It's Grandpa the OG from Grizzly Bear Productions, giving you the quick rundown on how to use the Maschine in MIDI mode to control Presonus Studio One. Now, as you see, already got a template for the Studio One hooked up the way I want it, where it's better for me, but you can do it any way you want, and this is how you want to start the setup. First, we're going to open a new one. Now we're on a new template. Now over here, we're going to come where it says play, double click, type in play, enter. Now that you changed it over here and it says play, look over here, it also says play. To the right where it says assign, it says play. Now the trick is you want to come down to mode and come over, move it from toggle to trigger. You can leave that, the channel you can leave at 1. I've seen a video where the dude changed it to 16, but there's actually no real difference in if it's on channel 1 or 12 or 8 or whatever. It's still going to do the same thing. Now, you come over to record, throw the record, and once again, back over to mode instead of toggle, put that to trigger. We're going to do the same with erase, and we're going to make erase stop. And we're going to come back to mode, switch that to trigger. Now, you can put anything you want, rewind, fast forward, return to 0, and grid I use for loop, but you can put whatever you want anywhere where these CC buttons are. All of those. And you always want to set the mode to trigger. You know what I mean? That way, when you hit the button, it does its thing, thizzle. Now, let's switch over to Studio One, which I already have open. And what I'm going to do, just for the sake of doing it, is I'm going to go to options, and then I'm going to go to external devices. I'm going to add a new external device. In this one, I'm just going to use as a new keyboard. I'm going to name it Maschine. Oops, forgot the M. Whatever. Assign to, whatever. This receive from, I'm going to say here, the send to, I'm going to send here. Pretty much because it's already registered in my Presonus, is making it probably a little different than what I want it to do. But I'm going to add that anyway. Now, what I'm going to do is add the Maschine as a instrument into Studio One, And please forgive my computer's running a little slow. But now that that's up, where it says inputs, you want to put the new keyboard that you just made. Now, once that's there, you want to come down and, make sure you have your external devices showing in your MIDI port. In your mix. You want to make sure you see the new keyboard that you added. Now, you're going to double click on that. As you see, all of this is empty. You're going to click on MIDI Learn. Now, once you got MIDI Learn on, you want to make sure that on Maschine, you hit Shift and Control. So that Maschine is in MIDI mode. Now, when you press play, it pops up. What you want to do is, right click on that button on off, right click, assign. You was type in, because it's not play, it's start. So you would type in start, you come down to where it says transport, you click start. You hit the record. See, that's what I mean. I already got it set, so it's going to do it anyway. But this is just a basic, look at it. Now, once again, you right click, button on and off, right click, assign command, record. Once again, scroll down till you see the transport, click record, hit OK. Now you can take the MIDI learn off, and like I said, once you hit play, it plays. You hit record, it records. You hit, it's the way you set it up. You hit stop, it'll stop. I'm doing all of that from the machine itself, as you see, because I already have it hooked up to do it that way. But this is just the basic, what do I do, why isn't this working type of thing. You can do anything you want with the buttons. You click it, and whatever control you want it to control, you assign it to that by, once again, click MIDI learn, make sure that's on. Click return to start button, it'll pop up. Or restart, right click, button on off, right click, assign command. I'm going to type in return, and it brings it up. And we're going to use return to 0. Boom. You know what I mean? So if the song is way up here and you hit the return to 0, let me take the MIDI learn off, and you hit return to 0, boom, it returns to 0. See what I'm saying? But you want to make sure that every time you add something, you set it to trigger. You know what I mean? You set it to trigger in the control editor, and that way, when you do it, you only have to hit it once. I had to hit it twice because I forgot to do that. It was on toggle. But, play, boom, stop, boom. I got it to undo and erase and all of that, but I forgot which keys it was. But anyway, that's just the basic of how you get the machine to be the MIDI controller for Presonus Studio One. You know what I mean? Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Don't worry, Grandpa vision ain't blurry. Once again, that's the quick rundown of the templates. Now let me delete this, get my Studio One back up, and I will be giving you the link for it, which is